Oh my god, we staged our re-entry. What the hell are we thinking? Hello guys, I'm Orbiter, your Welsh engineer, and welcome to Kerbal Quest Series 2 Part 12, Tour of the Jool system, then back again. A Kerbal's journey. Anyway, welcome, and for this episode, this is one thing I've always wanted to do, a full tour of the Jool system, going flyby of all the moons and then returning. Not landing on them, just flybys. That's hard enough as it is. But I suppose landing on them will be even harder. However, this is the design they come up with. It's got very high delta V for the size of it is. It's got advanced engines from the advanced KW Rocketry pack. So yeah, I sort of cheated that way, but we're using advanced technology because we're eventually going to go to one of the stars that we have loaded in from the Beyond, I can't remember what it's called now, Beyond Solar System Mod or something like that it's called. Anyway, it took me a bit of time to find a way to launch this, and this course sort of worked. I had to sneak in some fuel tanks in the middle of it to make sure it was balanced so the thrust to weight ratio, so the thrust didn't push it sideways, off course, or whatever if you want to call it. Anyway, let's get this thing into orbit, and as always in this series, if you ask to be a Kerbal, I oblige. Just make sure you're writing Kerbal in proper Kerbal letters, as in Kerbal. That way I can filter the results and say, yes, he wants to be Kerbal. Otherwise, you may not be added as a Kerbal. Anyway, let's get this thing into orbit. We had a bit of a knock from that as we staged. So, yeah. But however, everything seems to be going fine. We get into orbit, and we eventually get on our way to Jool. But as we are doing that, I remember someone said that they weren't happy in the way that I introduced the Kerbals. So we'll get into that. But first off, let's get off to Jool. And also in this series, every episode I read out your comments, or as many as I can, from the previous episodes. So if you want me to read your comment in the next episode, leave a comment or something funny or witty, because I can't always get to all the comments. So leave a cool comment. Anyway, these are the Kerbals. This is Matt. He's a pilot. He enjoys everything green and wants to fly a washing machine to the moon. And next is Robert Neege, or something, engineer who wants to build a robot made to make snacks for him and watches Avengers, also owns the sun that the Earth goes around. Alien boy me here then, he's a scientist, he likes number 42, and Mice also wants to go and meet a green alien. This is defunct Oak 12, pilot, dreams of flying to a new star, and is annoyed that I didn't put him in the pilot seat of the craft. John Erickson, engineer who wants to be big in communication industry and has a theory that Kerbals are being controlled by human beings. Klaus Bubblefart, a pilot who loves big gas giants who wants to race using a craft powered by wind. Leonardo, he's a pilot who loves turtles and art, even though they haven't seen a turtle and Kerbals are terrible artists. Also wants to be where he is right now. Akrov, she's an engineer who enjoys chocolate and will flush everyone out of the airlock for the last bar of chocolate, and is fascinated by black holes. The star ones, by the way. Make sure you get that right. Shane Baldwin, and a pilot who when I first googled his name, it showed that he was a drug dealer, so he must be on the run, but he enjoys snacks more than drugs. And Gonclap Lemos, a scientist. He already owns everything and has godlike powers like Q from Star Trek, but wants to settle down and live a normal, quiet life. Boy, will he be disappointed in this Kerbal quest. I have to apologise if the Kerbals haven't been read out in order of the video. I didn't realise it at the time, but that's how I've written it down. Anyway, as I said, again, to comment, and as we are getting into orbit around Jool, let's do that. From Sir Hootalot McHoot, the 67, he says, first, yes, you are. From Brett Schaff, hey Orbiter, I already asked to be Kerbal, but I forgot to specify that I would like to be pilot, and the badass trait. Don't worry, I will. I don't actually add you all Kerbals into the game. until I actually put you on a mission, because I did do that, and I was having trouble looking for certain Kerbal names then. And man, that was bad. That was hard to do. Anyway, now we're in orbit, and I'm doing the first burn, and this is going to be passing lathe. And as we're passing that, Hoot-a-Lot says, the first method was the thing I talked about in 2 episodes ago. Basically, I said how to get first. You type something quickly and edit it to first. And as you said, it might make it appear later, and answered that I need to be tested. So yes, I hope you tested it out. I think he's on about writing comments in the description below. Anyway, let's quickly get a view of lathe, and yeah, you can see they've got a crappy view. This is supposed to be a touring mission. None of the Kerbals are on a proper mission. It's just something I wanted to do, a flyby at the moons, because gravity slingshots have always fascinated me, and that's why I want to do this mission. So I'm doing this mission for more for me than any other Kerbals. And yes, I noticed that it was getting eclipse on that moon, and look how black that gets. And obviously it must be that moon Tylo, or yeah, Tylo I think that is. No, yeah, it might be Tylo, I can't remember. Anyway, Space Explorer says, after the terrible accident in orbit of Juna, the Kerbal kind used a new technology never seen before. They gained DNA from their dead bodies wandering in space and cloned around them. And I can't read the rest of the comment, because for some reason my pad, oh, there it goes. In the process of cloning, a stupid Kerbal scientist spilled his tea. The clone machine went haywire, and the Kerbals were super strong and smart. Are you playing the same game as me? Anyway, second flyby of Tylo. The first 3 moons doing the flyby, by the way, were pretty easy. Basically, you just have to adjust your orbit just enough and make sure you target that moon or whatever. And the flybys are easy. It's the outer 2 which were much harder. And that's what made this mission quite intriguing. You know, doing the flyby of those 3 inner moons was quite easy. There's no problem. I've done it before. It's just, was it Paul and Bob? Man, they were hard. Especially get the timing right. That's the problem. Anyway, Akrof Flackwender. Who needs to live near black holes anyway? She asked if she could be near a black hole, and I said that's going to be difficult because I heard it crashes the game. But that's definitely 2 weeks ago. Close to star orbit is where the real fun is. And now, if you excuse me, I have to trim my solar panel bush right next to my own copy space tree. Now 1% off. What a deal. Warranty void. No refunds available if planted very close to stars. Also, if you want to, you could also add a Kerbal named Sapphire Scientist, and she's Avgarth's best companion. They wouldn't leave each other's sides unless there's chocolate. Chocolate is priority 1. Anyway, put them on the same mission in my gameplay. Sadly, no chocolate though. Well, Kerbals always have snacks. How do you know that's not chocolate? And how do you know you're not going to flush all these other people out? Obviously, they gave me this before. I didn't notice it before I added your Kerbal. And as you can see as well, talking back in the gameplay, I'm trying to get to see if we can get near Paul. Or which moon is this? I keep on forgetting. I think this is Paul here. Yeah, Bob is at a high inclination, which is hard to get to, especially when you're on the same inclination as the other moons. This one's a lot easier, just needs timing, the right timing to get to it. And luckily I did get to it after a lot of fiddling, by the way. Anyway, Shadow Chevy says, awesome video, can you make me a Kerbal please? I would love to be a scientist. My name is Dr. Chevy. Thanks a lot, no problem, I will. Alex Public, and this got me to thinking on different ways to do in this Kerbal Quest series. I'm not sure how we're going to go about it, but hopefully we can. Anyway, this comment, Mark, I observed that you're not paying enough attention to the Kerbals. You're just making your subscribers as Kerbals, and it's all. You should name the crew before launching a rocket or something, or to interact with the Kerbals. And I typed the sentence correctly, question mark? Yes, you did. But yes, I see what you mean, and that's why I decided to read them out like that, as I did at the beginning of the video. Yeah, perhaps I could do that, or some other way. Perhaps, you know, when we go to other stars, the Kerbals will need to do missions. They need to go out on EV and everything. Perhaps we can do things like that then. Name the Kerbals as they come out of their pod or something. I don't know. We'll have to work it out. Kerbal Quest is a long... Kerbal Space Program is a long game. Oh yeah, and there's the Death Star, brother. I decided to include that in the game. Awesome stuff. But it doesn't shoot planets. It doesn't destroy them. I think that's why it's orbiting derelict around this planet. Anyway, this is, I think... Oh yes, this is the way I solved this on going to Bob. First off, we had to change the rate of our orbit. And luckily, I noticed there's a free flyby of Tylo, and then a second free flyby of Tylo. And after a lot of fiddling, over an hour's fiddling, I found out we could get a flyby of Bob, but first we need to pass by Tylo twice, like this. Otherwise, my flyby method would not have worked. Anyway, Natural Predator, can you create a Kerbal called Jeffy? Please make him an engineer, send to another galaxy. Unfortunately, there's no other galaxies. There is only the same star systems from the Boldly Go mod. From Lushetcher, hey man, love your videos. I have a challenge for you. Could you go to Judah and make a mining base and bring back all the ore, bring it to Kerbal? That's actually quite easy. If you're on about a single tank, that is very easily. And I was thinking about sending the tank home, sacrificing the Kerbals as they re-entered the atmosphere of Kerbal, but saving just the ore, so that safely returned. I thought it would be cool. Anyway, someone asked me to do Zintro N, said please do a tutorial on fly to Eve and back. If you mean flyby of Eve and back, that's easy enough to do. But if you're on about landing on Eve, no, that is hard. Okay, and you can see we got our intercept of Bob. Yes. And I decide by here we have to do a North Pole flyover. Because the Kraken lives there. Or the dead Kraken anyway. So we'll have to fly over and see if we can see it. Anyway, Richard Hanna says, if you want ludicrous speed, you need to try the Space Opera mod. I assume that adds extra speed for your time warping. I might do that, but what I might do, unless that mod makes your ship go really fast, I want a sort of like space warp, sort of like technology which you have to do. You have to have a certain fuel for or something. Otherwise it's completely cheating and you might as well just hyper edit. So I'll have to look into that a bit more. Anyway, from Nightwing Queen. Hi Orbiter, yeah, my girl, and thanks so much. P.S. It's Nightwing K-Wing. Thank you very much. And she gave me a Zoidberg as well. Awesome stuff, thank you. And Joseph M says, if not space tree, then space plants. We'll have to think on that one. I am a person who says, yay, I am on this mission. Awesome stuff. Soulmaster says, hey Orbiter, love your vids. Thank you very much. Greta Gill says, wow, this is amazing. I'm still on the mission. I want to go to the surface, please. Don't worry. We'll be sending you to a star. We'll be sending a load of Kerbals. When I find out which star has the planets around them, I'll be sending Kerbals there and we'll go on an exploration mission. That was the whole plan. That's what we're leading up to. Hopefully we'll get to it. Anyway, let's fly over, Bob. Keep an eye out for the Kraken, because we do find it. As I read out the comment from Gaming Jam, YouTube, How to Minecraft and more. Oh, Liam, sorry. Gaming Liam. Can you please pick my Kerbal up from Elon, strand him somewhere on one of the gravity assists, and then take him to the purple stars? Mr. Purple Star Crash. Land on a blue planet near the end of Season 2. Rescue my Kerbal. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to get that far, but don't worry, every Kerbal who hasn't asked to be on a moon or somewhere permanently, there's the Kraken, then yes, we will be sending all the Kerbals there, unless you ask to be on the moon or wherever forever. And did we get close up with the Kraken? Yes, there you go. Awesome stuff. Awesome sightseeing. And from Blue Scope 819, I love your intro. Thank you. I always try to make them a bit fun. FC Florine says, I just subscribed. Nice videos. Thank you very much. Short Circuit 87. Oh, hey, operator. I love your content and your builds. I was wondering, could you point a step-by-step guide on how to make certain mods working? Ah, I'll have to look into that because I noticed some people complaining that the mods aren't working. Some mods I had to manually install. Some mods you do have to download and install yourself. But I use CCAN to install most of the other mods. That works great. So I suggest you have a look at that. CCAN, spelled as CKAN. And search for that CCAN and pick KSP in the search engine. Anyway, here we are, coming for a turn. And I've got a couple of more comments to read out. Magnetic Taxos with Sal says, can you please put my Kerbal magnetic taco in? Don't worry, we will get to it. And what I'm doing here, I got into orbit, high elliptical orbit around Kirby, and I had to quick save and quick load to make sure that bearings went back into place. So it was annoying me. And now what we're going to do is reduce the orbit so that we hit the atmosphere, and we'll do multiple aero braking to reduce the orbit until we get into until we land on Kerbal, I suppose is all I have to say. Basically, what I was having problems with was I noticed that the craft would explode on high temperatures, and I done a quick test first off, just go slamming straight into the atmosphere, and no, it just blows up. So we have to do multiple air brakes. As you can see, the cockpit, if you watch the temperature bar, it rises way up, and at one point it explodes. The Kerbals in the rear seats survive, but the 3 Kerbals in the front seats don't. However, there is a method to helping them all survive, and we'll show you that. Anyway, Designer Gamer 38 says, nice, thank you. Christian Wignosting says, hey operator, long time no see. Loved to watch the first season, but then real life kicked in. But now I'm back, awesome new series of videos, great job, thumbs up. By the way, if Heavy Metal Kerman is still alive, it would be nice to see him again, going on some sort of stupid dangerous mission. Thank you very much. Don't worry, I'll add you, Kerbal. And anyway, here we are. This is the final re-entry. It took 7 orbits to finally get ourselves re-entry. Will we survive? Because the further in you go, the more temperature and the more air pressure you get, the higher the temperature will be. Anyway, Walking Ravenheart says, may I participate in litho braking experiments? That'll be on a live stream on a Sunday. Hopefully that's my plan. We want to see if, rather than using engines to land on the moon, that I'm using the moon, can you litho brake? Can you put something on the front of the rocket or underneath to hit the ground and then the Kerbal survive? We'll be experimenting with that. So if you want, join me on a Sunday from 9 GMT from 8 PM to 9 PM GMT. Anyway, you see, this is our method. Separate the craft as we re-enter. And what was I thinking? I thought the rear end would explode, but no. I found this out by accident, by the way. The idea was to re-enter. Originally, I was going to have all the Kerbals in the front cockpit to survive, but no. It seems that the Kerbals in the rear as well survive, only if you decouple at the same time. And obviously I added too many Kerbals just to fit them all in the front cockpit. But they survived! This is awesome! Hopefully my only worry was here, which I haven't tested, was with all the parachutes open, do they go too fast? Will they explode when they hit the water? Please don't, please don't. Anyway, first one-shot creeper. Next Kerbal guess. Can you go to Jool? This is it. Sorry. And I hope to be a scientist doing chemistry for a Jool mission. If not, I'd be disappointed. Sorry. But don't worry, we'll be going back to Jool because I do want to do a late landing. Or something. Anyway, we see that the cockpit survives. It's traveling at 5 meters per second. If it's over 7 meters per second while landing, they normally explode. Let's hope we get the same with the other Kerbals. Anyway, Kid Fury GX says, Orbiter, please add planetary mod like Kerbal Plus. I did add a planetary mod. And yes, The Kerbals have survived. All the planetary mod is called To Boldly Go, where it adds stars and extra planets around the stars. Anyway, I'm Motivator, trust me, I'm an engineer. If you want to be Kerbal, let me know. Write Kerbal, leave your comment, and I might read it out. Anyway, see you next time.